Come on. Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
Get some cups.
Why did you do this?
Up in the car. Get some cups.
For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. Good one. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? How dare get your hands off there.
No, we've only got one cup.
Ta-ta! And farewell.
What happened, Gandalf? Why didn't you meet us?
Oh, I'm sorry, Frodo. I was delayed.
Identified suspects. Factory reset didn't work. Click, flip, right in the non-binary. You can feel the pronouns leaving the body. Right in the pavement. No surgery needed then. Transaction denied. Ooh, writing equal right. Swollen like she got down in Fortnite. Turn your kick, flip, learn how to do a lip slide. She gender fluid everywhere. It almost became a was where. That's a cheap way to transition. Right in the tentacles, right in the transmission. Slam, slam, right in the mystery box. Straight in the who knows what. Like you see a run at an ATM. All black Betty, jammed your clam. Busted your lip for show. Dang away, then my penis 9 months later, Tony Hollywood.
This morning, but I didn't wake till the afternoon because I slept in late with a great mental state and a date with destiny. I rolled down the block without a cop or even stressing me, let alone arresting me or giving me a ticket. It's coming into summer and the weather's fucking wicked.
Rob, we're back.
Mike, I'm back.
Late.
Yes, I forgot the stream was on today.
So you made other arrangements?
Yeah, I went
you
to
made
the
other
movies
plans.
with my wife and we saw The Accountant too.
How dare you? Oh, I just saw The Accountant for the first time, the first one.
What?
Because I knew there was a sequel.
Yeah,
and
no, it's a
everyone
good
said,
movie.
"Oh, this is really good. I've been waiting for this."
Yeah.
I'm like, I never even saw this.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, it's really good. The second one is good, not as great as the first one, but it is very good. I enjoyed it.
His face, his whole being in that movie, it's very unnerving. It kind of reminds me a little bit of you, kind of like sociopathic, you know, dead in the eyes.
I did get some serial killer glasses too.
Yeah, show them off. Mel has been asking about these things. He's like, why the hell is everyone wearing these?
It hurts your eyes less, basically. Yeah.
Camel's in the chat. He says, I'm firing up a stream now. Hope that's cool.
Yeah.
What I'm like to say is Rob and I have always had this show. We just went on a 2-year hiatus. That's all. That's all that happened.
Yeah.
And as well, we're not really, we will check out some more campaigns again today, but not really to promote them, just to kind of get Rob's, I'm calling it a Rob pill now. That's your take. You got the black pill, white pill, red pill. There's a Rob pill because you started infecting people.
You know what's something that grinds my gears, Mike? This one's fucking a shit take, I tell you. You know when people go and get haircuts, but they don't really need to get a haircut? Like, they're getting the haircut way too early. That really pisses me off.
Why?
Because I could be getting my hair cut, but I have to wait for them to get their hair cut, which they don't need.
Oh, right. So you're sitting in the barber and you're like, oi,
you don't need a haircut. Fuck off.
Get out of my... You're just wasting my time. Fair enough. Okay. See, that makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, see, look at Michael Dietschy here is like, I hate art. It's like you're creating a whole movement of hate. Jasper says that's what adults do, Rob.
Yeah, premature haircuts. Exactly, Henry. It's exactly right.
Now, KSS said first, but I didn't make one up. I apologize, KSS. So I don't know. You can just have a freebie for next time in case you ever. I don't know if he's still here, so it probably doesn't matter. But he came in first. He says he wins. But what do you win? Not really anything. We'll say hello to Cranberry Langes. We'll say hello to Osgrade Sage, who got his trading cards, and he did get a rare card. So yeah, he also won one of the rigs. So I also just sent him a sketch card today. So everything's coming up Oz, which is great to see. We got Maromi in the house, and because I know Rob hates me saying hello to the chat, I'll just say hello to Hyper Wizard and Casey Anthony, Bretsky the Great, Maromi, and I know Mo is down here somewhere. There he is. Hail Mo Biggs. Oh, and Jake Martin says, look at this. Rob and Mike back on Rob at 2:30. No problem. Yeah, this is our old time slot for it. Got taken over by everyone more popular than us.
Yeah, we had this time slot for a while, and there was just no one streaming. It was great.
We had the whole yard to ourselves. Rob is hater supreme, says Alua Femi.
Yeah.
Alua Femi. I'm going to have to figure out how to say that name there. Let's also say hello to Jasper. Why not? Yes. Excellent. Excellent. So you went to the movies. I went here. Check this out. Footy. Now you were just telling me you were very hyped because Liverpool won the Premiership, the Premier League.
Yeah.
Premier League.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit more popular than AFL. But look at that crowd.
Yeah, I mean that is crazy. That is like one thing Melbourne is really good for. They get crowds. 90,000 people for like just a regular match. It's crazy.
This is round 4. I don't know. We got like 20 rounds. This is Aussie. Yes, Aussie footy. My son is obsessed, and actually Mel is obsessed now. She loves it. They watch all the games together. Victoria likes it as well, but she likes going there. She likes the atmosphere. And can I tell you, the atmosphere there was bananas. It was more Carlton fans, which is who we go for, than the other team. So it's probably about 60-40. And there was a goal towards the end where like 40,000 people just jumped up and were screaming. It was pretty electric, can I just say.
It's an oval, Henry. It's an oval. Not
it's an oval. It does look kind of circular there, but that's just the lens. It is an oval. And yeah, it was great. I mean, I don't know how often we're going to go, but it's definitely, as far as things you can do on the weekend with family, it's pretty good.
The atmosphere is nothing compared to soccer in Europe, though, Mike. I don't know.
If Mel's like at the start, especially everyone's so quiet. Everyone just sort of sits there and they just clap or yell. By the end, when it actually matters, it was pretty bananas. And there was a woman here. You can't really see her. She was sort of around here, an older lady. She was yelling to the umpires, "You're a fucking disgrace!" You know, like top of her lungs. This old biddy. It was pretty entertaining. You know, people get amped for it. So I can't imagine what this would be like on grand final when this is just like packed all the way up. How were the hot dogs? Pretty underwhelming. I did have one. The chips and chicken were pretty good though. Very expensive though, as you can imagine. Nobody chanted Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. That's sort of more a, you know, kind of like a country thing. This is about local teams. But anyway, we're not here to talk about footy. We're here to chill our shit. Not really, but before we get started on the show, the Lucent Fractured Mind over at thelucentcomic.com. Only about a month left to go on this. I haven't finished either cover. I've only finished one page of art. And I'm like, ooh, I probably need a trailer. I gotta get my butt into gear. But you know what? I feel like I don't know if I even want to do a trailer necessarily because
Just
I
ninja
feel
launch
like
it.
no.
Just ninja launch it.
Yeah, what's
don't tell
the
anyone.
worst that could go wrong doing a ninja
Yeah.
launch and then not streaming for like 2 days after?
Yeah.
Nothing can go
Do
wrong.
that.
No, I will be doing like a ramp up for the whole month. We'll see if I get a trailer in. Who knows? But like I'm figuring I've got some AI to show you later. I'm like, man, comic book crowdfund trailers are just gonna go nuts this year. It's gonna be crazy. Like you can just plug in any drawing and get back a friggin' movie. So I'm gonna guess a lot of people are just gonna be doing that. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. But we got that up there. Also go to whatever link this is. I mean, it's such a go to replicator.kit.com / DA3E2A3642. Very memorable. I'll put it there in the link in the chat for you.
Yeah.
And Mo says, oh, finally a chance to see some AI. I know, right? That's what we're all here for. No, do seriously sign up to this newsletter, of course, to be notified of whenever the hell Rob's going to get his ass into gear. But also just because his emails are actually really, they look good.
Yeah, how good are they, man? I spent lots of time on them. Too much time. They were fun, though.
What else are you going to do? You know?
Not much.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, so I already showed off that. Now, Rob, you are known for and as well, Amanda. Yeah, this show's been popular. It did really well this last week. We'll continue doing it. People like, they like a return to the chemistry, whatever this is. And Mopo said, he liked it so much he gets 2 copies of every newsletter.
Nice.
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, we should definitely do Rob-teenth. We should think about what we want to do this year.
When is that?
I think it's July 19th.
Sweet. I could probably launch the comic on that day. That'd probably work.
That's what Amanda suggested, but I didn't even think that could potentially happen. But yeah, absolutely. Can you imagine launching on Rob-teenth?
That'd be great.
The energy, the sheer vibe. Yeah, she says
It'd be
yes.
at least a 6 out of 10. I mean, that'd be pretty good.
Some hype on launch day. Is it too much to ask for, Rob? Apparently it is.
Yeah, we can try.
But we'll get there. We'll get there.
Come on, let's get to shitting on people and their stupid fucking things.
I wanted to bring up this guy because he reminded me of you. Because I thought, you speaking of haircuts, you could just shave your head and still have a Rob Hawk. Did you know that?
No. Tell me more. Oh my God.
Let me go back to the start.
Wow.
Let me go back. Yeah. Look what he does. I don't know what this guy's in here for. But this made me think of you. I like how he pops it up too.
You kind of want to lick it, don't you?
No.
You do a little bit.
I do want to touch it though.
Yeah.
I want to squeeze it. Mo says that is actually slightly worse than the Rob Hawk. Yeah, human beings are weird, huh?
It looks like that dinosaur that's got the thing down the middle of its head. You guys
I don't know what that one's called. I know the one you're talking about. Would it be in poor taste to put Rob-teenth on Juneteenth? Yes, but in the right way, I think. Yeah, that is. I don't know if it's upsetting. It's unsettling.
Dehydration. Yeah, could be.
It could be. Needs to drink more tea, that fella. All right, what have I got here? Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Do you see this? Disney is halting all production on live-action remakes. I know. Why would he say that?
I like saying things.
Say that.
Yeah.
Good news? Bad news?
No, it's a good news, man. I think it's more a statement of just, fuck you for you thinking you're above everybody and everyone and just get fucked. That's what I think.
Mo says, yeah, but they haven't done Song of the South yet. I know they did miss an opportunity there. But who was I talking to not too long ago where I was saying when Disney first bought Star Wars, I celebrated thinking, yes, Disney are awesome. They know how to tell stories. They know the formula. They're the best at it. And then now we hear, and I don't know how long, how many years ago, how many years later it's been, but good riddance. The end. I didn't see.
She's absolutely insufferable, this chick, though. Like,
she might have single-handedly brought the whole thing down.
The whole thing, yeah. The size of the balls on her is just astronomical. How she could, just go off on the show, the movie like that is crazy.
Mo's right. Yeah, South Park did try to warn us about Disney buying Star Wars, but we didn't listen. I've got that clip here. I still keep it in case I ever need to pull it out.
But then Kathleen Kennedy's just like, fuck it, make it more lame. And everyone in town is like, no, please, Kathleen Kennedy, stop ruining everything. But Kathleen Kennedy is all like, put another gay diverse woman in it, make it more fucking lame. And the Disney stock just keeps going down and down and down. And then Bob Iger is all like, no, what's going on with my stocks? No, Kathleen Kennedy.
Jasper says it has something to do with the success of the Minecraft movie. That is going gangbusters. I mean, it looks insufferable to me.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Everyone says, these aren't made for you. Well, I'm going to present you this because we do have one more to go. We probably don't need... Do we need the... Let's do the audio.
Why do we want live action? Like, why do we want live action things?
I don't know, but I think it's because animating, like getting real 2D animation like they used to have is really hard and takes a long time, and they don't care about what's beautiful anymore. Yeah, Jasper said my son loved the Minecraft movie. Yeah, see, this is what people say. It's not for you. Actually, it is. It's for Rob and I because we are parents of young children. So it is for us. We're the ones that decide whether or not our kids watch this.
And apparently, like, the Minecraft movie had heaps of references to the actual game and things that happen in the game in it, which is, things that people actually like.
Yeah. Oh, and kids love Minecraft. Like, they're gaga for Minecraft. I don't know if they're gaga for Snow White, kids these days. I don't know if that's really the big draw that people thought it was. David Feed says, I loved it. My daughters too. Now, I'm going to show you this one. This is Lilo and Stitch, which I haven't seen the original. I haven't seen the original movie. People love it. I don't know. I didn't see it for some reason whenever it came out. But you tell me, Rob, will you go see this with your daughter? It's really loud.
There's no sound.
There's no sound? What the?
No,
that's because I'm an idiot and I just...
It looks like Star Wars.
Well, as Mo pointed out, yeah, it's like live action, but it's not. It's actually just, it's more like the reverse of Roger Rabbit, which was live action but with an animated character. Now it's all animation with the occasional live character in it.
He's trying to find the police cruisers.
Yes. I don't know.
He took the red.
Is it Lilo? What is it? Lilo? I never watched it, all right? I don't know what this thing is. It looked dumb for me. I think I was too old when it came out, maybe.
What hideous planet is caught in your crosshairs?
Shooting star!
I want to get to the actual...
He's so cute and fluffy.
This thing looks like it's going to annoy the absolute hell out of me. Do you get the same vibes?
Yeah.
Like, it's just going to be non-stop. Look at it. It's like Sonic, but not cool and annoying as hell.
Down from there!
You look like an angel.
No. Control him. Hey, what are you doing?
It's just that. The whole trailer is just that thing doing that. So, are you going to go to the movies for that?
No, like, they have to understand that, like, we as parents have to go watch these movies too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This looks incredibly annoying. The whole thing is like that. And Mo says this kid looks more annoying than I expected. Yeah. The kid has a lot of that precocious attitude, and then this thing is just ruining everything.
We are not keeping this thing.
So, like, what's the plot of the movie? That the kid just has the pet the whole time?
I don't know. Have you seen Lilo and Stitch? Not Lilo and Stitch. I don't know. It looks like Lilo to me. It's an I. Why is it Lilo? Doesn't even make any sense. Their car has a laserdisc player. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's what it's like over in Hawaii. Sumo says that's exactly what it looks like over here. There you go. It's accurate in that, at least. It's an escaped alien experiment. It's going to be the plot of, Sonic or any like Peter Rabbit. Peter Rabbit was exactly the same. All he does is just be annoying. But again, my kids love it. Yeah, exactly. But I think this was made beforehand, before this decision was made. So this might be one of the last ones that we have to suffer through. All I'm asking for is to go back to Moana era. Is that too much to ask? Moana was great. Tangled. They were going to remake Tangled, and they've canceled it because of Snow White. Tangled is one of my favorite recent Disney ones. Tangled is awesome. I've watched Tangled 10 times.
Wow.
I love it.
You've watched Tangled 10 times and have only just watched The Accountant. What is wrong with you?
It's great. Yeah, this is all Tangled was still in sort of like development. So.
Every time I see Moromi's picture, I just assume he's flying a helicopter.
He is. I think he's a pilot, or he works in aviation. I don't know if he's a pilot, but he said it before. He might be some sort of engineer. I'm not really sure. I really liked Moana when that came out. Perhaps the last excellent Disney movie. Yeah. And that was 2010. I said that was the best movie of 2010. Man, that was 15 years ago.
I liked it in Encanto. That was good.
Yeah, that one had to grow on me. I didn't like it at first, but then I watched it a couple of times and it was good. Yeah. But anyway, we're making the point. The point is, you and I are the target audience for this sort of stuff, and because we're the ones who take our kids. But yeah, I'm just very happy that this is happening. It's all over. Thank God. What an awful moment for awful period for cinema. Speaking of cinema, let me
And maybe they should hire actors that don't run their mouths about politics and ideologies, before signing.
Yeah, that too. Kids don't care about any of that. Like, kids don't know about that. Hopefully your kid doesn't know about that stuff. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, thank you everybody for that. On the left there, we see Rob's brilliant illustration of me that you all paid for last time. And I'm decided I'm going to change that up every single week. And I tried to find, this is the worst fan art I could find of Zangief. That is how you pronounce it. I think probably will say like Zangief, whatever. And it's way better than yours. Like, it's just like Leonardo da Vinci compared to yours.
What are you talking about? Mine's incredible. And you
something.
said you're going to add a beard on it.
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot about that. That's why it looks so weird, mate. I'll do that. But
I assume Clark colored that in. Did you color that?
Well, I mean, I just filled in your art.
That is fucking terrible,
it's
Mike.
It's just flat. What do you want me to do?
Wow. Put some fucking effort in.
Henry says accurate depiction. Well, I made another one. I made another target thing, but it looks like it's probably not going to happen because Jake was like, no, everyone wants to see this. But I was like, no, I made a target like, if we get 5 super chats throughout this show, and we haven't gotten one yet, so I think I may be screwed up here, then I will erase that monstrosity of an illustration from the internet forever.
No,
but you know,
I feel like we should do something along the lines. If you get 5 super chats, the picture gets more and more ridiculously crap.
All right. Well, can I edit it? Let's remove that goal. Remove, and we'll make a new goal.
Like
I'm
thinking
another
like,
goal.
I'm thinking like dildo earrings.
Excellent. Fantastic. Rob will enhance his
more gay
existing existing what would you call this? I don't want to call it a drawing.
A caricature. I can't say that word.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Of Bancroft with suggestions from the chat. How about that? There we go.
Yeah,
get everyone involved. All right.
Thanks, Oz. Appreciate that.
Good. Okay, it started. Your goal is live. The original goal has now joined Rob in being disabled. Yes,
unbelievable.
Plus, his shirt has a dollar sign on it. We all know Bancroft is afraid of money and success. I know, right? I don't get the money thing. I don't. It doesn't feel like me. You know, I'm not all about the dollar bills. Just because sometimes you come on here and people, it's 10. Oh, it's 10 now. Damn it! All right, let me disable that. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, I'm the disabled one, guys. All right.
God. All right, I will do it again. I don't know. It's set to 10 automatically. I swear I didn't do that. All right, start goal. I know, right? He's giving me an earring. A dollar sign earring, 2 stripes, Boomercraft. Yeah, I don't do the money thing after raising the goal from 5 to 10. All right, we got 1. Thank you, Jake Martin. Have some dollar bills. Thank you. All right, we got 1 on there. Let's see if we can get there and enhance this. Hopefully, I'll be able to start enhancing Rob's too. The mohawk or the Rob Hawk is in the wrong place. Fix this now.
I'm gonna make that stomach more and more fatter each time.
Yeah, but the way it doesn't really fit with the background, so it looks like it's kind of. I look like I'm a little sack of potatoes with a stalk kind of.
It looks like you're resting your gut on the table.
Yeah. Well, there's no other way I could really do it. All right, moving on. Let us present this. We were talking about cinema, and everyone else is talking about this, but we're going to talk about it too. Have you seen this? The new Predator Badlands trailer.
Is it the animated one? If so, yeah.
No.
Okay,
we'll get
no,
that
I haven't.
one later. We'll get to that one as a what's it called? Palate cleanser.
I love Predator, by the way. So I hope.
Oh, you're in for a treat. I love how Rob never watches anything. It's great. We get to see his live reaction. Did you see Prey?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was okay.
Did I watch it?
I mean, it's not incredible, but it's enjoyable. I'd say it's like a 7, maybe 7 out of 10, maybe.
Mo says, "I've seen more intimidating predators in Goof." Doesn't bode well. All right.
Oh, she was hot.
What was with that? What's with the eyelid thing? Is that something from Prey that I'm not aware of?
She just got turned on.
Did you know who that was?
No.
That was Dakota Fanning. I'm pretty sure.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Android.
She's an android. Okay.
God, it's not a human-looking predator, is it? Oh, what the fuck?
Hunting something.
You can see it in IMAX.
That can't be killed.
Wow. Wow.
Experience that in IMAX, Rob.
Wow.
I've got it. There's a still here. We can enjoy it together.
It's like, let's take something that's totally scary and badass and make it more human looking. Why?
Someone posted a. I didn't do it, and I didn't even like it, and I'm not going to reshare it. But someone posted a side by side of this Predator with Michelle Obama, and I'm just leave it there. And had a lot of likes on it. Yes, Rob. Let the hate flow. Jasper says, I mix on this. I like Prey. It's great in 4K, better than compressed streaming bitrate. Well, I don't know about that. It's. I mean, when was Predator made? 80.
Yeah, 80s
something.
Yeah.
How?
Man, that's
like
crazy.
Can you imagine going forward 40 something years, 50 years? I don't know how old it is. And then you're like, oh, how do we go so far back?
Yeah, Jasper's right, man. They've got to stop this CGI shit. Just get back to the traditional practical effects, man. Like, what the...
Yeah, Dave Brink was saying he got 5 minutes into that new movie on Netflix, Ravage. It was like, it was all CGI. And I didn't know that's what he was talking about. And Mel put it on. And we were just sitting there like, this looks so bad. You just can't, even just all the scenes, all the backgrounds, everything. And you just can't get into it. It just, there's no connection when it's like that.
How do you go backwards in like 40 years? Like, if anything, the first one, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, how terrifying is that image on the right compared to the one on the left? Like, it should be the other way around, if anything.
Yeah, and when it did that big spray, like blade growl thing, it was terrifying. This one just looks super goofy. I don't know.
He's got dreadlocks.
I think they all had dreadlocks, but it didn't, and it didn't look like that. Yeah, this looks like the TV show, the 1990s Predator TV show, where it's just like people running around with suits on. Like, if they ever made that, that's what they would have made, you know? But that would have been back in the 90s. It's 2025.
Wow, that's crazy.
So, yeah. But again, you know, the people who made this, they're probably retired now, and their skill did not get handed down. So now this is all the only option you have.
This is the kind of movie, like, you kind of just base it off an image, right? I don't want to see this because I'm afraid of what the movie is going to be if the people that are making this movie think that is good.
That is a good point. If they're like, yep, looks good, then it calls into question every other creative choice, doesn't it? And I know it's just a trailer, but that's a pretty clear shot. Sometimes we were laughing at the Silver Surfer, and it was like, you know, who knows? You never quite know.
Pedo surfer.
Well, that's a clear shot. Like, that's, you know, that's what it looks like. So, good on them. You know, hope they do well. But we've also got this one. So I didn't know. I saw that one. I didn't know there was the where is it? No, where is it? Hold on a sec.
Why can't they make CGI look like practical effects? Why is it so bloody obvious that it's fake?
What the hell? That's not what I asked for.
I just don't get it.
What's going on? God, I hate StreamYards. Oh my God.
Stunning and brave Predator. Yeah.
Difficult. So I had no idea this existed. I was just watching, you know, trailers for new films, not expecting to like any of it. I know Mo's going to probably hate this.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit arcane, a bit, what's that, Blue Samurai? But, I mean, compared to that, this is a massive palate cleanser. I had no idea it existed. I didn't even know it was Predator when it started. I was like, oh, this looks pretty cool. It's like a Viking thing. All right. And can I just say, I like that idea. That's a cool idea. The idea that predators have been coming to Earth throughout history to hunt the apex creature, whatever it is. Like, that's a cool premise.
It's not new premise, but yeah.
Well, I'm not a really a Predator aficionado, so like if that's been explored in all the Predator EU, then you know.
Yeah, just let it go.
Yeah, that was always the law.
Just let it go.
All right. Well,
animation,
what's the word? Yeah. I'm not really a Predator guy. Animation is not good, says Marami. Come on. What's wrong with it?
Well, it looks like it's stop motion.
What is wrong with it? Jasper hates it too. I don't understand you guys.
There's no fluidity to it, Mike. They move
what do you mean?
It's like you're in a strobe light and you see their movements every 2 seconds like this.
I think it's fine. Wasn't that the premise established in the first movie? Was it? Maybe I just don't remember. I mean, I thought that they didn't know what it was, and then they killed it, and that was it. You know, stilted and weird. Oz, don't enable him. I like it. Thank you. It looks like you guys, you can't please you guys.
You are old enough now. It's time I tell you about the monster.
Like, that is a Predator, man. Like, how intimidating is that?
And it's new. It's a new look, you know? So it's not just the same thing over again. David says, Arcane style is the new Cal Arts. You guys. Oh my God. Okay, I got to read something. Second most recent. This is a palette cleanser in the same... Yes, believe me. You guys are impossible to please. It's almost disorientating, says Jake. This is the absolute Batman of Predators. I don't know what you guys want.
We must kill it, or it will kill us all.
Snuck says, if it's on Hulu, it already sucks. Well, I don't know if it's going to be any good, but I think it looks cool, especially compared to that last one.
Yeah, I mean, the Predator actually looks pretty shit, but it looks so much better than the earlier one.
Yeah.
I love the weapons in Predator, man. They're so cool.
At least it doesn't just look like a dude in a suit, you know? Yeah. Mo says, I want the Predator to look cool like the Predator. Remember when Rob reinvented the wheel? This makes Rob look like a man of average intelligence. Wow, that's a big compliment. People don't like how choppy it is.
Yeah, super choppy, man. Like, it's like
the 15
still
frames per
images
second.
Animated.
Maybe you could run it through an AI and it can fill it in to 24. Probably will be able to at some point.
I mean,
it doesn't bother me at all. I like it. I'll watch that. I hope it's good. I mean, it looks good.
I like Predators with what's his face in it? The one where they get sent to an island and they're all hunted down, and like, you know, samurai guy and mob guy and army guy, and was that
a movie?
Yeah. Someone in chat, Adrian Brody. Yeah, he was the main guy in it. It's like
I feel like I haven't seen anything. I've seen the first one. I remember there was one with Danny Glover. Was that Predator?
That was Predator 2.
So there was one after that. I haven't seen anything.
Been a few of them.
Yeah, I know. I knew there was Prey, but I I didn't know. It's
It's
not
a
an island;
planet.
it's a planet.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was entertaining.
All right, I'll check that out. I didn't
Yeah.
even know that existed. When did it come out? Does anyone have a year? Because
I
there
reckon
was a
it's
good.
like 2008, man. It was a while ago.
Okay, there was a good. That seems a little early for me, but there was a good 5 years where I just didn't watch anything because we had a newborn. No,
And
2010.
I
yeah,
loved
just missed
Alien
it.
versus Predator. I don't care if everyone thinks it's shit. That is a fun watch.
All right. Speaking of tough guys, I thought this is the perfect thing to ask Rob Arnold. And this person says who's the toughest, but I thought let's like Royal Rumble this. Who's dying first? Like who's like first to go in a second?
I mean, what context are we talking in? Like
We're
in
just
real
putting them
life, or
in
just...
a no. We're just putting them in a like a death ring all together, a cage, and it's last man standing.
The
Fight
woman's
to the
going
death.
first.
Ripley, she's out. She's gone. I mean, everyone loves Ripley, but she ain't last.
Foley is next.
Yeah, he's not much of a fighter. I reckon
Jones or Riggs.
What about McLean?
Yeah,
he was always a gun man. I'm not thinking they have guns, by the way.
I mean, who do you think's gonna win, dude? I think it's pretty clear who.
Well, I
wins
think.
this.
Well, yeah, but I want to get to who's fighting them. So, okay, so we got rid of Riggs, Foley, Jones, McLean, Ripley. I don't know too much about Pliskin.
Yeah, basically it comes down to Rambo, Matrix, or Murphy. The rest are gone.
Is that what his name was? Matrix? I didn't even remember that.
I don't remember his name.
All right, so let's do top 3. You reckon Rambo, Matrix? You don't reckon McCoy as well? He was a serious fighter.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Because Rambo, I mean, he's obviously good and everything, but he was always with his knife and his guns and everything. He's kind of small. Like,
you don't reckon Murphy wins this, like the half cybernetic dude?
I don't see. Everyone says McCoy wins. I don't see how anyone. Oh, but maybe he's kind of slow. Yeah. Jasper has it right. If you get behind him and you kind of like pull him down from the back, what's he going to do?
Probably Rambo.
Can he even get up? And then you just smash him in the face.
Yeah, I'm like, does Rambo have his bow with the explosive arrowheads? I mean, because maybe that.
No, well, I wasn't thinking anyone has their weapons, but Robocop has his weapon in his leg. But let's just say no weapons. So, yeah, I don't know. I think Jasper's right, and I think a lot of these guys are right. He would, if he gets his hands on you, he crushes you. He just crushes you. He crushes your skull. But he has to get his hands on you. Without his gun, he's just like, remember he walks like that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know enough about McCoy, man.
Like, yeah.
I don't know enough
Me
about
either.
McCoy. Yeah.
But remember Arnie's arms when he was friggin' in Predator? That was
yeah. God, that was a good movie.
Jacked. On the other hand, Rambo is the only one who cried. It's all in the reflexes. All right, let's do a poll then.
I reckon it's Murphy.
All right. Who wins? We've got.
How does Rambo beat Murphy if he's got no weapons? Like, he's not going to choke him out.
Rambo, Matrix, or McCoy. I think that's who everyone reckons. I don't know who McCoy is either. I don't know what it's from, but it's friggin', it's what's his face, who everyone loves.
Chuck Norris.
Right, let the chat decide. Arnie Luther says Narticon. F his freedoms. Yeah, exactly. He's got that meme armor. Yes, he does. Have you seen Commando? He holds a guy by one leg over a cliff with one arm. Yeah, that's actually probably physically impossible. So he has that impossible strength.
I'd love to see him hold Murphy over a cliff with one arm.
Is that Matrix Commando or is that Predator? It's probably because I don't remember the name Matrix, so it's probably Commando, and I haven't seen that in 35 years.
I mean, a good shit.
Commando.
Movie.
It is so bad, but it's so awesome.
Yeah,
it's just like he's just like running across no cover with 30 guys shooting at him, and he's like, and they're just jumping off things, and it's great. And it's got Benedict in it. I still remember his name. I watched First Blood with Mel. She hadn't seen it before. Maybe a month ago. It was awesome.
Yeah, quite a while ago. But he doesn't have weapons, Jasper. That's a problem. He's got no weapons in this stupid poll.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise it's like, Mr. T doesn't even have a weapon. He would go first. If you give Ripley the big mech, I don't know. All right, I'm ending the poll. And out of the top 4, Rambo and Matrix die first, followed by McCoy, who finally gets his skull crushed by Murphy. That's how it is.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. Let off some steam. What does he say when he drops the guy? What happened to think? I had to let him go. Or I let him go. Yeah. It was a good time. That was a good time for cinema.
Yeah.
People didn't care so much. Like True Lies, to me, is actually kind of a masterpiece.
Yeah.
As a
great
movie. It's a friggin' yeah, I thought you were gonna let me go. I thought you were gonna kill me last. I lied. So good. All right, what have I got here to follow this on? Oh, I don't know if you know this. On Twitter today, everyone was discussing one gorilla versus 100 men.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you reckon wins? Because people are like adamant. It's the gorilla. It's going to start tearing everyone apart. The strength, the strength ratio, I think, is more than 10 to 1.
I think it's the men. And I think it's purely from a stamina point of view. Like, there's no way a gorilla can get through 100 people.
Yeah, 100 people is more than you think. And it really depends on how organized they are. If they all panic, then the gorilla could have a chance because it gets through the first 20 and like rips its skull apart, rips your skull off. Then people start freaking out. But yeah, if they can tire it, because the gorilla apparently, I mean, it looks like it. I can play it here.
What I'd love to see though, Mike, is one gorilla versus 100 men, but they're both on meth. That would be awesome.
Someone says, am I one of the 100? Then I picked the gorilla. Yeah, though the gorilla gasses out really quickly, and it's actually not like it's just a strength fighter. Apparently, I mean, I'm not a gorilla expert. X-Men or sissy men. I think it's just average men. I think you would even say just normal men in a city. Jake says gorilla versus 100 men would be like one man versus 100 toddlers. See, in that instance, I think I could probably take 100 toddlers. Like even with their numbers, I don't think they did. They just don't have the strength to hurt me. Have you ever?
If they all jump on you though at the same time?
It doesn't matter. They can like try and. The worst they could do is stick their thumb in my eye. And even
what if they all climb on top of you though? What are they, like 30 kilos each? There's 100 of them. That's like 3,000 kilos.
No, dude, toddlers are just their arms are like spaghetti.
Yeah.
There's nothing they could do. One punch and they're done. And that's what it would be. One punch from a gorilla, a proper punch, you're not getting up. That's it. And if he actually wants to go like start ripping you apart, there's nothing you can do to stop him. It's really just it comes down to whether or not the men organize and try and tire him out, gas him out. And then, because obviously men have hunted gorillas for all time, but we're thinking this is without tools, obviously. So if it's UFC fighters, yeah, different story.
Do you reckon, like, say the gorilla just stood there still, right? Do you reckon an average man could punch it and actually hurt it?
No. But if you get 50 men, I mean, 50 men can't punch at the same time. Let's say like 10 men. Yeah. Sustained punching. Yeah, they could hurt it. Yeah. Especially if you get the feet involved somehow. If they get it down and you're stomping it, yeah, you could definitely hurt it. You get 15 men on each arm and leg, and then 5 stomping its face. You can do it. I mean, the thing is, you just have to accept that the first wave, there's going to be a lot of death. There's going to be a lot of people dying, and the men have to be composed to continue to kill it.
This gets so much more interesting if both parties are on meth, though, because that would be completely terrifying. That gorilla with no holes barred. Like, you're also assuming, Mike, that the 100 men are not going to freak out after the first 10 to 15.
That's the X factor. Yeah. The gorilla literally bifurcates by ripping apart 10 dudes. Are the 90 that are left gonna maintain composure? That's the real question. So I think if it was like a military team where people were like, you know, if it's a fight to the death, and if you lose, like, your village gets destroyed by the gorilla, they have something to fight for. Yeah, I think the men could take him. But what about retards? Mo had a good comment here. He said, that's not true because men are smarter than the gorilla. The same is not true of the toddlers unless the man is wrong.
Can Mo get off my ass tonight? Jesus Christ.
You can't. Yeah, how many gingers do we have? Yeah, we get like 5 gingers in there. It's the men every time. They get that ginger strength. They feel no pain. Give them a little meth, as Rob suggests.
Because Mike, I reckon if we were in the 100 people, we and probably everybody else would want the 10, 15, 20, 50 other people to go first. So we're at the tail end of the slaughter. But everyone's going to be feeling the same way. No. So is anyone going to be attacking?
There's too many unknowns. I think we all seeing the gorilla. We all know a gorilla. We're not seeing the 100 men. We need to see that first. What that actually looks like, and the caliber of man. Just kick him in his gorilla balls. I think they're kind of really small and hidden. So
it kind of makes you want to go back to the Roman days a little bit and just get some crazy shit going on down
all right,
there.
Speaking of fighting to the death, I saw this just earlier. Check this out. John Wick tournament.
All right.
The rules are 2 men go in and you have to fight. I don't know what the rules on that are. I don't think it's like, I think it's just kind of like supposed to be a fun thing. I don't think it's like bare knuckle boxing. Maybe grappling, but there's a gun in there. And it's one of those airsoft guns. So if you can shoot the other guy, you win. Gun fu. So, I mean, it looks kind of amateur to me. They're in suits, so it looks like it's just for fun, but I don't know. I don't know. It could be cool, but I don't know if it's lame. It could be cringe too. Like this guy's got... There doesn't seem to be any weight class. It just looks like dudes on their lunch, after work on a Friday night.
It looks like rich people.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd like to see, apparently it's the 2nd year it's been going on. I'd like to see it, level up. Because at the moment...
Next.
Just, yeah. I know, right? I saw that and I was like, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Anyway. It looks like, when they get people to dress up as knights and they hit each other. It's not quite what I was imagining, but,
Imagine if they gave the gorilla, gladiator weapons.
Well, if we were allowed to have weapons, it's the 100 men every time. I mean, there's nothing the gorilla can do. Even basic weapons, I think, we can figure that out. This looks like foreplay for Bancroft and Camel with less Batman kills. Real guns are a cold pussy. Yeah, I don't know about that. I literally think this is a Friday night, after work. All right. I scoured Indiegogo for some campaigns we haven't seen before, there's nothing. There's nothing.
There's nothing to shit on. Come on, something.
No, I mean there's plenty of stuff we can shit on, but I want to show you good stuff and then hear you say it's crap. Because if I can show you bad stuff, and that's just like, oh, whatever, you know. But I find good stuff. The only thing I found, and it's old, it is impossible to find. Like, it's impossible to just browse Indiegogo for new books. It doesn't work. You can't do it. It's this wall to wall of campaigns that ended, but this ended like 10 days ago. And I don't know, I didn't see a lot of people really talking about this. Maybe they did and I just kind of missed it, but this is the follow-up to the Matt Martin Snowman. I think it's amazing.
He's an artist, dude.
Yeah, the dude is killer. But it is interesting. Like, he's doing a lot of the Kickstarter. Like, you know,
that's a sick cover. That one on the right,
sexy lady. Again, I don't know what it is. I mean, I guess people just don't want to make you scroll down. Like, that's a big issue. But I want to see these big.
Yeah,
that's what Flash did on his campaign. You can't see the friggin' covers. I mean, this is better because at least it's there. But yeah, I mean, he got a ton of backers on the first one, but he only got like 300 and something, which is still, you know, good on this one. And I just didn't see many people talking about this, and I don't know if that's like Indiegogo or whatever. The scene has changed. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's cool. I dig it.
The colors are really unusual. I've never really seen colors like this before. I don't know how to describe it.
My biggest problem with Snowman is that Stefani Renee is coloring it, but not fulfilling Thomas Moira.
Yeah, I was going through my Indiegogos the other day because I got to update some addresses, and I saw that one. I was like, oh damn, yeah, that's been 6 years. How long has that been? That's a bit of an issue. I agree.
I feel like that chick is not getting out of that place alive.
Well, she's probably got she probably knows something they don't do, but yeah, but she's like, what's the view from this? I mean, this guy, he's very happy to get that view. So yeah. I don't know if she's wearing anything. She looks naked to me. Again, same deal. I wish they didn't put the pages so small.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Page, but
like,
especially when the art is there.
How many times do we have to say this, man? It's a fucking visual medium. Art sells comic books. What the fuck?
You can see it, but it's very small. This is me zoomed in all the way. Like, that's it normally, you know? Especially art like this. This is really rare in crowdfunding to get art like this. You really want to show it off. Okay, we do have some big ones. They're just a little further down.
Yeah, that's sick. That's like, dude, like, this is some of the best art that you see. Like, legit. Like, this is incredible.
Moo says when Thomas Moira launched, Shinobi Sasquatch was only like 3 years late. I know. We thought that was not that long to wait. Okay, we do see him big. Okay, I speak too soon.
That's my favorite, I reckon. That's sick.
The detail on this is nuts. Is Stefani doing all the colors? Booty.
Yeah.
The colors, sorry, not the covers. The colors. A lot of praise for Snowman.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a great cover too, with that little chick in that.
Yeah, the background, like again, everything about it is just like super top notch. Again, I just didn't really. I remember this came out, and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta, because I think I missed out on the first one, so I thought I'll get back into it. And then it's still live, by the way. You can still grab it.
So good.
But yeah, man, it's just super frustrating trying to browse on Indiegogo. I'm.
Dude, at least put like one of those covers right at the start. Just one of them.
Yeah. Anything like that. Where is it? That.
Right
there, or yeah. Totally.
Tell me you're not seeing either of
That's
those two
good.
covers at the
It's
top
just-
and going, shit, I want to see more of whatever the hell this thing is. Instead of reading. Who wants to read anymore? God.
Yeah, you do have an aversion to reading. Moromi says there's a art auction for there's an eBay page for his art. Snark says Bancroft doing a good job of hiding his revulsion of the female breast so far. You can get them all at all caps snowman on eBay. Rob doesn't read any more or any less. Indeed. All right, I did find some Kickstarters though. Check this guy out. $248,000 dues.
Wow.
Trading cards.
Wow.
And it's only from 205 backers. What's the friggin' average order value on that? That's crazy. What the hell? 248,849 divided by 205. How is that possible? That's $1,200. What? What is this guy doing?
Look,
He is an artist with a 20-year.
Dude, look how sick that art is, man. Look at that. Look at that cards logo. Fucking hell.
Look how small it is. They're good. I can sort of make out that they're good. I don't know if they're worth. I don't know what is that his art? He's the Halloween artist. He's the artist for the what's it called? I don't even know.
That's like Sumo Thori Jake Martin money.
Mark Spears, so hot right now. 1K, that's it, $1,200 per backer. I mean, I'm guessing like he must have some
blows
huge.
my mind.
Look at that, $1,300 complete set, 58 backers.
Nuts.
Baller. 250, 82 backers.
The art looks like it's crazy good. It just.
He says it's his own. I thought he must have been around for like 50 years. 20 years in the comic industry. I mean, that's it's not new, but it's not like this legendary veteran of 50 years or something. But
oh my God.
Damn, I went around, I went trading cards all wrong. I gotta go big. I went cheap.
I think he's popular.
Not
Mike.
the cards
There's a big
cheap, but I like,
difference.
what's that?
I think he's popular. There's a big difference.
I made mine $9.95. I should have made mine $995 is what I'm saying. He got that campaign page building skill from Liam, says Snark. They all do. They all do. Look at that. And that's it.
That's crazy.
$250,000 dues. Good on him, though. Bloody hell. I played myself. I did. I thought, trading cards. All right, next time you guys get ready. Series 2, $200 a card. I only have to sell 10, and I've already outpaced. I'll put the link there. I know, right? Yeah, Sumo would only have backed twice, and I wouldn't have to send him any rare cards.
I can't imagine there's anyone just browsing and then buying from this campaign page by itself. Like, they have to know who he is.
5 people did.
Yeah, but they have to know who he is and like who he is and like his art, because the campaign page is just shit.
Well, you gotta get them whales. We gotta go whale hunting. That's our problem. All right, I found this one. Volsanga Saga Part 2, uncensored. Ooh, hold on to your hats. 262 backers, 16 grand dollar dues. Typical Kickstarter, everything's small.
Valkyries. Who cares about Valkyries?
Well, 262 people do. The art looks pretty good. A little dark for my taste, but
I like where it's going.
We are just looking at this for the artistic. What's it called? The artistic. It's artistic merit. We're judging it on its artistic merit. We have a little bit of a scene of heterosexuals. Good to see. Finally,
read it out, Bancroft. Let's read the dialogue.
Right. Let's have a look here. What are we working with here? He says, "There's no one wiser than you. I swear I will take you as my wife, for you have captured my heart. You are mine, and I am yours forever. I swear it to you on this ring. And she says, I want only you, even if I could choose from all the men in the world. I mean, all the men in whatever that area is. Those shields are triggering me. You know,
too many nipples
behind here. I'm getting, yeah, I can see that there's shields here, but here I'm getting some kind of PTSD here.
Why does he have so many shields?
That's weird. bat, cat. I mean, it's not quite there, Mo. But I don't know. Hey, looks good to me. It's not the best art I've ever seen, but definitely not the worst. I do like a Viking story. I don't know if I like a Viking comic book though. You know, like this looks like a scene from Viking, but I'll watch that on a TV show. I don't know if I want to read a comic book about it.
The art's pretty decent though.
It's good, yeah. I can't really fault it.
Coloring is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sigurd. You know, if I want it, I like in comics, I like there to be something fantastical.
Take it and go.
Oh, yeah, look there. Maybe there's some sort of witchery going on. I don't know. Whoa.
What's she saying?
He passed her guard. My Sigurd. He says, now you will know what true happiness is. That's what I say.
Yeah.
That's what I tell Mel. And she doesn't, she says, shut up. You know. Bit of sex, and I haven't seen any action yet. Whoa, there's some action. I'm not going to zoom in on that. There is action in it, but not the kind.
Put the link in chat and see how many people back this. Take Thor's hammer.
Finally, some action. Well, it says uncensored on it, so
Kickstarter's crazy, man. They allow heaps of stuff on it.
Yeah, they know what's buttering their bread, so to speak.
Yeah,
in terms of
furry
comic
porn.
books. That's Markman's book. He's got 262 backers. Will you be 263? I don't know. Maybe you will. All right, last
Keep it
one.
open. We'll check on that later. The escort. All right.
Speaking of the escort. No, I don't know. This one's got already going up. All right, boys, calm down. Calm down.
That was quick, Sumo. Jeez.
Haven't even put the link in yet.
Oh, play the video.
All right. Well, let me.
You can do it without sound.
Play the video. No, I think you need the sound. Let's not shortchange them.
Casey Anthony is sitting in a puddle of water for some reason.
Oh my God. TMI. All right. I have not watched this. Let's have a look. Not watching.
Cheeky comics.
AI, do you reckon?
I don't know, but it's working.
Hi guys, I'm Ralph Tedesco.
Oh. It was that first 26 seconds was so good.
And then you want to see this? Nah, sorry. I'm sure you're a lovely fella, but
he had been the first half, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, some of the art on this looks really good. I'm worried some of it is AI. Not necessarily that, but there's more down. Yeah.
Oh.
It's mostly just the covers, you know. That's what has me worried, because you go from that, or where is it? That, and you're like, hello, and you're like, Now they say that I did check it out, and they said there's artists involved, but I don't know, and I didn't really bother checking it through.
That's
there's a signature on it.
Yeah, that's really nice.
These days, you never know. If it is the artist art, that's really good.
Yeah.
He's one of the owners of Xenoscope. Boo this man. That I know, right? He was building up to it, and then he's like, hey, and it's really echoey and kind of poor quality, and
yeah.
Oh, dude, that's what I thought that 100%. That's what it was going to be. You know, you get that, but you know it's not going to look like that on the inside. You get
God,
to
if
see
it
it
did,
without
though,
it.
I mean,
That's why I think it's like, you know, it's the exact same art, but it's the exact same woman, but now she's got her clothes off. Oh, Rob. I know you want to. If anyone wants, I put the link in there. If anyone wants to pay to see whatever that is, if that's your kind of thing, a Xenoscope. So it's porn. I don't know what Xenoscope is. I mean, that's just.
She got some orbs, Mike.
That is that even attractive at that point? I'm not saying it's unattractive, but I'm just saying, you know, sometimes
let's find
there's
out.
too much.
Is there?
What happens when she like, you know, do they just flop down to the side? They land on the floor?
Yeah, whatever happens.
Gravity. Whatever happens. Jessica Rabbit territory. Yeah, hey, cheesecake is cheesecake. You know, God bless them. You could do a lot worse. Oh, there you go. You can see, you know, they hold at least.
I bet they're exactly the same. Like they haven't moved.
You reckon no movement?
Yeah,
It's just
no movement.
This is gone. And there's just these.
That's exactly what it will be.
You reckon? That would be a shame. You got to have gravity.
No.
Otherwise, it's too fake. Otherwise, you know. Not that I'm into this sort of thing at all. I don't get this at all. This sort of stuff. I know people like it, but yeah. Anyway, it's just all this. Is there any interiors? Yeah. And there's the interiors. Look how much text. Look how much dialogue there is. You get a story about exotic occult people, and you're just reading a novel.
It's crazy.
Lock the door. Mike is overstimulated. Otherwise the AI art is too fake.
There is so much text in there, man. Like,
yeah, editors. But I guess it's not really about the story, is it? Is it the cover is all that really matters? Probably. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Look, I don't hate the art. I think it's. I actually like it. But it is a bit of a bait and switch.
You like the art?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it is what it is. I'm not against it. You know, different styles for different stories. I don't know if it necessarily fits this story, but you know, I wouldn't read this kind of book anyway.
She says, "I made it to the ballroom." Oh yeah.
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 And like you get, this is what the art looks like without the novel placed on top of it.
God, it looks so much better.
Yeah. Anyway, most pervs don't have the stamina to scroll the full backing.
Yeah.
No panty sniffing grandpas that I observed, but you know, good on them. All right, moving on. We can go. Hang on, let me get up to here. I want to do a segue. I got to segue this. So you've seen the AI. I don't want to accuse it of AI because you've seen them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, hang on. Let me share it. Get ready for the real deal.
What the fuck?
Are you familiar with this type of printing?
No. Oh, is this the dippy stuff?
Yeah, let me. We don't need the sound for this. Let me elucidate you. Let me educate you on the joys of pad printing. I actually had a pad printer. It wasn't to this scale.
Of course you did, Mike.
Those things, you know what they're called? That drop down?
Nipples.
They're called nipples. My nipples were really small. They were like this big, and I never ended. It cost me $600 because I was like doing printing and stuff. I never actually ended up needing to use it, so it's a bit of a waste of money there.
I wonder if they let men work there or not.
And if you have worked there, tell me you haven't put your face underneath it.
Oh yeah,
You know?
So would, wouldn't you? I wonder if there's like creepy guys that break in there at nighttime.
This is where Bearcroft developed his phobia. I like how she rubs them beforehand.
Yeah.
It's very clever, you know.
I mean, I don't
it's
hate
a very
what's
clever
happening.
method of printing. But there's just something very soothing about it, you know.
You should make this an intro somehow.
I know, yeah. Just need the right music to go with it. You know, nipple printers. Jasper says, I've never seen pad printing. That's how golf balls and not flat items are printed. Yeah, anything three-dimensional that you need to get properly printed on, not a decal, you use pad printing. So skateboard wheels, yeah.
They look like they're
golf
really
balls.
heavy. Mike, were yours really heavy?
No, mine barely even moved. They were more stiff than this. So, and it was about, you know, you sit on a table and you would pull it down like that. But the thing that stopped me was I got it, and I knew that I would have to do the kind of plates and everything myself, and it was going to cost me a whole bunch of money to do that. And I was like, nah, I ended up giving up on it. So I think I sold it. I bought it for $600. I ended up selling it at like $300 or something. So I was like, at least I only lost $300 on that. Mine was more stiff than this. You would sit on the table. You'd yeah. We're talking about printing, of course. All right. How do I follow up on that? What's segue? There was no segue. Just craziness. All right. From something funny to something super bizarre. I saw this. This is nuts. I'll just play it for you, and you let me know what you think, because I don't know if you're aware of this. I mean, you weren't aware of other things, so you might not be.
Gates is backing the first high-altitude experiment of one radical climate change solution, creating a massive chemical cloud that could cool the Earth. It's called solar geoengineering, and it's highly controversial.
How long will it be that countries keep experiencing these climate impacts before someone gets desperate and says, hey, we need to cool the planet with solar geoengineering?
It would look something like this. Thousands of planes would fly very high and use nozzles to inject millions of tons of light-reflecting particles into the stratosphere. It would create a thin chemical cloud of those particles around the whole planet, blocking some sunlight from reaching the surface. It would mimic a giant volcanic eruption, which we know cools the Earth. Bill Gates is backing the first...
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
I think the UK approved for this to happen. But first of all, surely it would only work if it was over the whole globe. And how would that? They couldn't even. There's no way all the different countries would approve that. Yeah, isn't this the plot of The Matrix? It was also the plot of The Simpsons, where Mr. Burns wanted to block out the sun. This is like supervillain stuff. Do you reckon?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, it could either work or it could just destroy the planet.
But even if it works to cool the planet, is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's the plot of Snowpiercer. That's what they said in that. We don't know who started the war, but we know it was us who blocked out the sun. It's super dystopian. I found this to just kind of follow it up. Like, this is our history. This goes back what? Like, these are thousands of years. There's like warming periods, cooling period, warming period, cooling period, warming period. We're in the middle of a warm period right now. But, it looks like it's going to cool down again if you look at history. So I think it's going to happen by itself. I don't think we need to be putting, what did she say? Millions of tons of sun blocking particles into the air. What could possibly go wrong? We got comic book black belt in the house. What's up, Russ? He says, I'm not apologizing for these people. I did not vote them in. They're all nuts. The UK is collectively shaking their heads. So is it approved?
Don't you think like everybody in the world should get to vote on whether or not this actually happens?
Yeah.
Not just like, hey, we're going to do this one thing and, it may work or it may destroy the world. So stupid.
I mean, there's been 5 mass extinction events on Earth that we know of, that we're aware of since life began. And they were all different, every single one of them. One of them wasn't a global ice age. It was ice globe, not just at the poles where it normally is. The whole thing was covered in snow. There was algae, there was asteroids, there was volcanic eruptions. The next one could be friggin' Bill Gates. I mean, absolutely nuts. Yeah, I don't like if they start doing that. Yeah, that's great. I saw that. Even Mark Miller tweeted about it. It's like, holy crap, we've got all these Blofelds and no Bonds. We need that other guy, the Klaus Schwab guy. He retired. He actually dressed like a supervillain. Although, freaking Bill Gates is getting there. He's starting to look like one. Physically actually look like one. Like an actual Bond supervillain. Nuts. All right, what else have I got here? What else did I find for us? Oh, I thought this was cool. I want to get your take on it because you hate art,
Yeah. Well, I don't hate art. I hate shit art.
All right. Well, back in the... I don't know the exact date. I'm going to say the 20s and 30s. The art of America was Art Deco. And this is what people thought the future would be.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like, how sick is that? And it goes on too. And we had a whole ton of these sorts of buildings in Melbourne too. Art Deco was huge in Melbourne. They tore them all down in the 60s. There's still some of these left in the city, and they look amazing. But this was America in the start of the 20th century.
That one's pretty shit.
Yeah, but no, that's on a building. That's not the building. That's the building.
Yeah,
it's
a cool
thing there. Like that's Nouveau. That's slightly different. That's more like in France. That could have been the future of France. But instead, they went in the exact opposite direction. Look at this friggin' lobby. I don't know if I like it, but
that's not real, is it? That's like
that's a photo. That's a photo.
Really?
Yeah.
That looks like a.
It does, doesn't it? It looks all weird.
Painting.
I think it's just like high contrast. But
yeah,
man, let's go back. Honestly,
how cool those cars.
When they say the West has no culture or white people have no culture, I mean, that's because everyone decided to just go with this bland globalist friggin' communist thing where it's all, as cheap as possible. But there's no reason why we can't have cars like that. Look at these bikes.
Yeah, cool.
And every time you go into one of these places, like, the one that's still around, you're in awe of it. You're like, holy shit, this is what, not too long ago, the people used to live in this. And, now it's all, speaking of friggin' Snowpiercer.
Yeah, cool.
Crazy. Yeah, so, I don't know, get on it, architects. Stop making shite. And, yeah, let's get back to cars like this. People who say white people have no culture are like fish who say there's no such thing as water. Yeah, I saw there was an Australian indigenous woman. She went viral on TikTok this week, and she was saying that. It's like, why do whiteys or whatever, or they don't have their own culture. All they do is steal everyone else's culture and then cry about blah blah. It's like, oh my god. Anyway, yeah, we used to make some wicked cool shit. I know, right? freaking get back to it. It's crazy.
Don't do it, Snarticon. Do not
What?
do it.
A good amount of buildings in Chicago still have their style and lobbies and such. Yeah, and isn't it great when you step into them? You're like, oh man, you know, you feel like it's a feeling. I can't. It's difficult to explain when you're used to just being in normal crappy places.
It looks like a Batman car. It looks
sick. Well, Batman took that aesthetic for their for the look of Gotham. Absolutely, but that was a real aesthetic that designers and architects and artists were doing, but the Bauhaus kind of people took over, and the modernists and the brutalists all won. So now we're here. Now you can go to any city in the world, and they all look the same, just with little, you know, hints of the older buildings and stuff. It's very annoying. Speaking of cars, now this is why I was saying earlier.
Back to the children ruining things again.
No, trailers. Our trailers are gonna look friggin' crazy in a year's time when we just load in our drawings and say, AI, make us a trailer. Check this out. So this is like, yeah, kids' drawings, and then the AI turned it into a real car. I would actually want to do this with some of my kids' drawings, because they've like some animals and stuff that they've drawn are pretty cute. And we try and keep as much as you can, but I mean, obviously. Yeah, I thought exactly the Homer. I thought that as well from that episode.
Wow, this
but
is
yeah,
true.
can you imagine you just draw in whatever you want, and then AI makes something, and you can say, do it in my style and make a trailer.
Yeah, it's cool.
I can totally see that being a thing in, you know, a year's time. Welcome to the wacky races. Totally. All right. What have I got here? I don't remember what this is. I was going to save this for the art share, Rob.
Yeah.
I disappointed you so badly last week.
I'm still angry.
Yeah. I'm going to go to Instagram this week because Twitter is being dead. But I'm undecided about this. I think this might be a magic trick. But
it's just gonna
I don't see how it can be unless
this
it's
is going to
editing.
suck.
That's why I didn't show it on the art share. But okay, yeah, all right. What's he doing? Yeah, all right. You know, and now he starts finger painting. I mean, I've watched this 5 times, and if it's a trick, I don't know how he's doing it. Now, okay, you think whatever. They're exact. Like, but they're not exact, but they're pretty close. You know, all the little things are pretty damn close. So it's not like a picture. Look, all the markings. How on earth did he do that?
Chat.
Is it a trick or is it real? Is it real or is it a trick? What do you think?
No, it's got to be a trick, man. Like, come on.
Yeah, and is it AI? But is he AI or is the thing AI? That's what I don't know. That's like no one can decide in these chats whether it's real or AI. But they're exact, not exact. Yeah, you come here for that stellar commentary. Are you glad I didn't put that on the art share?
Is the painting behind the brown and he's peeling away a layer?
Okay, fine.
But how does he do his face?
Oh, maybe it's in reverse. How did they match it up to his face? So they take a photo, or they do a painting of him after he's already done it, but then it's all in reverse. That's probably how they've done it. Does that make sense? And then he wipes it off. You don't care.
No, this is just...
How does he put it to his face? Practice. It can't be real. There's no way it's real. Yeah, I think it might be backwards, and then he's rubbing it off. Yeah, sort it out. See, there you go. Now I can sleep at night.
This is like the guy that sits down and spins around. Have you seen that guy?
No.
People in chat would know. He like sits down on the floor, right? And then turns and his whole body moves across like he's a car.
No, I haven't seen that.
Exactly the same thing.
I have seen one where a guy gets like aluminium foil and he's just doing this, and at the end of it, it's a perfect face. And it looks like magic. You're like, oh my God, he's so crazy. And then you realize, no, they just did it in reverse. They just did it first. They put it against like a bust or something, and then he just scrunched all up and played it in reverse. All right, I've got 2 more to go, and they are connected. I think we're gonna have to share the audio for this. I haven't watched it because I wanted to share our reactions with the both of us.
I've got a video.
Well, do you want to play it first, or do you want to go last?
I'll go first. Mine's funny.
All right, go first.
You know how talking about.
I think mine is funny too.
The AI generated thingos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, let's write something. What rhymes with even? As in, I don't get mad, I get even.
I tricked my grandma in female.
Oh God, that was a. Is it still playing?
Yeah.
Am I frozen, or is Rob frozen? Is that me? Rob, did it freeze for anyone else, or was it just me?
It's working here.
Okay. Was it me? I didn't hear hardly. Okay, it was just me. All right, I didn't hear hardly any of that. I got the first 2, and then it just like froze on me.
Well, it was funny. You missed it. All right, show me.
Well, you can. Everyone is still like, okay. Mine is going to be a little more infuriating, I think. It says, the BBC's history department wishes to make it clear the Eleanor of Aquitaine. So let's have a look here. This is from the BBC to you.
Eleanor of Aquitaine, my name's Queen Eleanor of Aquitaine. 3 sons, they all want to reign. My name's Queen Eleanor of Aquitaine. Oh, no.
First thoughts.
Why are we alive anymore? That's my
This
first
is part of a series called Horrible Histories, where they're little short clips. They're supposed to be comedic, where they just, it's like some famous weird thing that happened that was bad. And there's a whole series of them. You don't want to know, says Nutmeat. Commies, social engineering. They're begging to be conquered.
Poo-poo.
All right, let's finish it out.
Oh. I guess John was lying, saying Richard had died. Traveled to Austria to be by his side. To set him free, I paid for his release. Brought him all the way home, said this fighting must cease. Made my boys promise to always be friends. Gave Richard his crown back to his peaceful end. Then I supported my youngest.
Was Richard Indian too? What was that? Oh, look at King Richard. I didn't see him at first. You see him up there? Is that...
I think let Bill Gates do his little experiment.
That's what it says. F it, block it, blot out the sun.
Oh my god.
Commonwealth was a mistake.
Brought him all the way home, said this fighting must cease. Made my boys promise to always be friends. Gave Richard his crown back to his peaceful end. Then I supported my youngest King John. Tell you ain't no job harder than being a mom. Oh, no.
I think I found a new intro, Rob. Oh.
How much money would it take for you to do this, Bancroft?
Oh my god. That guy did look a little bit like Liam.
Oh my god.
And he has a crown on at some point too. Like, tell me that doesn't, just a little bit.
I mean, he's got red hair, so there is similarities.
Lizzo's
still getting work.
Look at that. Look at that attitude.
It's funny that it says BBC there. Just.
Oh yeah.
Amusing.
Little unintended thing there. I think I've said everything I need to say about race swapping on this channel.
I like how
the majority of my views actually based on race swapping, and almost all of them say, "What do you care? it's a fictional character. Who cares? Let them do whatever they want. Race doesn't matter. These are real people. And, you know, they still don't care. It's a nice empire you had once. You know, it was only a few mere generations ago. Cultural appropriation, exactly. Now,
I like the curtain she's wearing, Mike.
Well, speaking of, what should people who are large, let's say, wear out in public?
They shouldn't go outside.
they shouldn't go out in public at all. Well, there's a trend of late. And you know, it might seem like a good idea on the surface, maybe. But in reality, it's a different story. Here's a question, genuine question from Katie Hopkins. Why? Why shove your bum, flange, and claw into oatmeal cling film and demand we view it? I can see your dinner, love. This is the reality out there at the moment. And this is even actually not that bad.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad because now they've got that new, it's even thinner. And it gets in there, you know? Sometimes you see them, I'll be walking home, I'll see them running around the track that I walk home through. And you can see everything, every lump, every mound, every fold, like it's all there. And they're just running. And I'm like, do they know I can see them naked right now? And thankfully, not all of them are this big, but some of them are. Paul says, I like cottage cheese. Well, I used to. Yeah. People used to have a little bit of shame, you know?
Yeah. What are the comments on this like?
I mean, I think she's based, Katie Hopkins. So I think they're going to be a lot of like, the bigger the ass, the more skin colored the normal. I think it's just like, what's a claw? Agreement, you know. Let's not. But it's just, you see it more and more now.
Yeah, it's getting
Here's someone who's like, hey, he's shitting on other women. It's not shitting on other women. It's like, there's a reason why we have clothes. No one wants to see us naked.
No.
And the same goes for most other people. Even people who are, you know, really well put together. You don't want to see them walking around naked in the street. First of all, I don't run Casey Anthony. And second of all, I don't run in booty shorts.
I mean, I was expecting a way worse picture. I was expecting the chick that was the couch. Remember the chick that was the couch?
Yeah. I know, but I'm not trying to make a point about like fat chicks necessarily. This is all women wearing like essentially just getting around naked, but just it's got a different color. You know, like when people paint themselves with body paint and it kind of looks like they're wearing clothes. It's essentially that.
Yeah.
Mike only blades in his booty shorts. Says Snark. Sumo says Bancroft tried wearing those pants when he bladed. Thankfully not. Not all women.
I mean, can we like change the image? Is that possible? Can we go to something else?
You don't like that? You want to see something else?
Particularly.
Well, let's go to that. How about that? Hold on a sec. Why isn't it doing the window? There you go, Rob. How about that? For a select few, looks so bad. Yeah, but what's the percentage? And like even them walking around under bright, you know, fluorescent lights in the supermarket, it's, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world, obviously, if they're well put together. But even so, I think put a jumper over it.
So, like, if you had an option, Bancroft, to clothe all women appropriately, would you press it? Is hot chicks?
Well, I'm not
hot chicks.
You want me to put them into categories? No, I know you probably would.
No, but like
know
if you
what
had to
camel
put
will.
if you had to put them all, like you didn't get a choice. Like the hot ones had to wear, sensible clothing. Would you make them? Would you make everybody wear it?
No, I wouldn't. But we don't have to go that far. Just dress appropriately. Dress. I don't know. I mean, I guess everything's more casual now. Everything's more, relaxed and whatever. But
summer dresses are lovely. I don't know.
Summer
what it is
dresses are
about
great.
summer dresses.
Everyone loves summer dresses.
Yeah. What is
Yeah,
it
I
about
mean,
summer dresses, Mike? That
I don't know.
it's like some like cheat code.
It is. I never thought I would like summer dresses when I was younger. When I was 17, 18, 19, I thought that was like, that's what old ladies wear. But
yeah,
I guess modesty is attractive. I agree. Like you see those pictures of women in traditional European stuff. Like I think that looks great. I did think of that, Snark, but I don't think it's that because when you look at summer dresses, you're not just thinking about taking it off because you like seeing it on. Mo says, "Now put that last chick in a summer dress, and you will not be impressed." That is true, and that's a certain body shape. That is true. Yeah, exactly. There's something about leaving things to the imagination, and I get it. We're all guilty of, going along with the trend of going less and less casual. You look at men in the 50s, they were getting them out in jackets and full suits, and the women were in, proper dresses and everything, their hair all done up. None of us really get around like that anymore, but it's long when you get to the point where you can see everything because they're wearing such thin lycra. I think it's time to start going back. Anyway, that's my idea. Go subscribe to Rob's newsletter. It's actually really good. You wouldn't know it from his demeanor, but all this hate, it actually benefits him because it means he doesn't settle for his art in his book, and it is actually looking really good.
Thank you.
So we're all hoping, fingers crossed, for a Rob 10th launch. That would be awesome. Let's make that happen. And also sign up to the Lucent Fractured Mind over at thelucentcomic.com. Oh, I forgot to say your website. It's replicated.kit.com/DA3E2A3642. So jump onto that.
It is crazy though, Mike. Like you look back to like the 70s or the 60s or 70s, and the change in body type for men and women has just ballooned. It is absolutely insane.
Yeah, but I do put a lot of that down to what's in the food, and hopefully now
100%.
That's starting to get addressed a bit more. Like I've said this time and time again, and Mel is slender, but she went over to Europe and she lost a bunch of kilos just by being in Europe, and they have stricter, guidelines or whatever. They can't have all the additives and preservatives and all that stuff. And we don't have much of it here in Australia, but we have some, not like in the States. In the States, it's so obvious that people are just getting slowly poisoned by the food. So yeah, hopefully, that'll turn around at some point. We'll get back to being at least human shaped eventually. That's it, Rob. I think we're done.
Sweet.
We went a little bit over time, but there's a lot to go on with. So yeah, go sign up to Rob's book, sign up to my book. Stay away from the bread aisle. By the way, the French eat ton of bread and they're skinny AF. Yeah, they eat chocolate for breakfast. But it's all like real ingredients. Same with the Italians. The Italians just eat pasta their whole life, but it's all like, it's not over processed. That's all it is. It's just not over processed. So, and the wine. True. Thank you. Casey says, great stream. Yeah, I'm enjoying these. They're good to hear Rob's bizarre viewpoints on things that aren't necessarily art. All right, everybody. That's it for me and Rob. Hope you have a good night. And we will see you later. Bye.
Perth made an Australian video and I wasn't even in it.
Emotional damage.